Welcome, my students, to the first ever class trial! Now, before we begin, allow me to address the rules of how this will work. During the trial, you'll try to figure out on who is the killer of our so-called friend Crystal. After your decision is made, you'll put your decision into a vote. If you manage to find the whodunit, you guys will be safe for another day in this killing game, while the killer will be punished. Oh, but if you guessed it incorrectly, the Blacken will be set free, and all of you will suffer the fate he was going to take. So, before we start this trial for its entirety, does anyone have any questions before we begin?
I do. I have a question.
Ooh, the Pokemon knockoff is going first, huh? Alright, so what's your question, Agumon?
First of all, call me that again and I will have no issue of burning you down. And second of all, accomplices. Are they relevant in any of these cases?
Ooh, that's a good one. You ask it, so I shall answer. Yes, accomplices are allowed in murders.
Well, that's kind of good.
But, in theory.
Wait, what? In theory?
What do you mean by that? Well, because here's the thing. When the accomplice helps the killer, they aren't really the killer, per se. And in the end, they all just suffer the same fate as you guys if the killer gets free. So what you're saying is that if killer had an accomplice, the accomplice would get nothing of it if the killer survived. Yep, that's correct. Sheesh, that's a little bit scummy. Alright, any other questions before we start? Why is she getting all upset? I can't get that off my mind right now. I need to find Crystal's killer. Hold on, before we start the trial, I actually have one question. Yeah? What is it, Cyclops? Can you stop calling me Cyclops? Okay, but seriously though, I know we have to solve this trial on our own, but will there be any situations where you have to help out? Like, what if someone is trying to lie through their teeth and with some evidence, you have to confirm something? Okay, I'll answer that one too. Yes, I will be helpful to you only if there is something that needs to be 100% proven. But you can't say anything about the killer. I won't say anything about the killer. Because that's just not in me. That's just out of my sport. Boop, 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 boop.
How can you even call a killing game a sport?
Are there any other important questions before we start the trial?
No, Monokuma. We can start.
Ho! Seems like our little Riolu here is ready to solve this case. Cameron, I'll try my best to help you. Everyone here needs to help us, Sunkid. If we want to survive this trial, we need to all work together. Very well then. Now, let the first class trial commence! Whee! Ow. Alright, begin. Alright, so the first class trial is now about to start. So what should we talk about first?
Maybe we could order a Krabby Patty first.
Not Patrick. This is not the time.
But I'm hungry.
Alright, ignoring the dumb one aside, maybe we should start talking about basically what we've looked at so far.
Really?
Well, it seems like a reasonable thing to do, so might as well do it.
Yeah, you're right. You have a very good point. Yeah, but what should we then talk about then? Well, logically, we should start with the murder weapon, or the case itself.
I agree with Mike. We should probably talk about that first, since we could get a little bit of a head start of what can we know about murder.
And if we know more about the murder weapons and other stuff like the time of death and everything, maybe we could solve this out. So with that being said, yeah, we should start talking about that. Yeah, I agree. So, shall we begin? Yeah, let's get to discussing. Now, all I need to do is to prove some of these guys what is the murder weapon. And I know one way I can. I need to use my aura. My aura reading ability will figure out which one is not telling the truth. So, Yeah. Alright, let's begin. Alright, so where can we start?
How about the location of the death? So where did she die?
She died in the pantry. The easiest case solving of all time. Alright, how about we talk about the murder weapon?
Well, we know that the cause of death was shot, right?
Yeah, so by that logic, it means there has to be only one weapon.
Yeah, the murder weapon was a gun!
No, that's wrong! Hold 1 second. Lolbit, I understand where you're coming from, but I don't think the murder weapon was a gun.
What? Are you serious? But it's a shot from a bullet wound. How can it not be a gun?
While yes, the Monokuma file has showed us that the cause of death was shot by an unknown weapon,
There's one theory that can prove that it's probably not the gun.
Oh, really? And what could that be?
Agumon, can I get your testimony for a sec?
Oh, right.
So Agumon decided to check the body after I seen the bullet wound, and he found a interesting thing.
Oh, really? Alright then, Agumon. Show us what you found.
Well, I can't show, but I can say. I found that the bullet wound is not really a bullet wound.
How does that make sense?
Let me finish! As I was saying, the bullet wound, or in this case, the wound on Crystal's chest, was not big enough. It's like small enough to not be a bullet. But at the same time, it's not big enough. It's not small enough to be a needle sting. So, yeah, the murder weapon is going to be a little bit difficult to figure out.
Wait, but Agumon, didn't we came with the theory that the murder weapon then had to have came from somebody who made it by their customs? Like, the weapon that specifically belongs to them?
Yes, we did, but maybe we should not look into that right now.
Why? Seems like a good enough reason to keep going.
Listen, we just don't have enough evidence to prove that all of it was custom made. Besides, we need a lot more stuff to focus on, so we should get that done.
Right. So then, what should we talk about next? Seems like we can't talk about the time of death because, well, it's unknown. So maybe we could figure it out by using alibis. Right, the alibis. By the way, can I have this time to say something?
Sure. What is it, Sunkid?
Someone drugged my Skittles and, yeah, I got knocked out. So, I don't think it's me. Hold that thought! Repeat what you said just now. I got drugged by Skittles. Wow, that's kinda dumb. Like, seriously, that's such a pathetic excuse.
Well, as much as I don't want to agree with
Sunkid, he's right. In the gaming room, I found a bag of cocaine in a closet. Actually, in a cabinet, forget it. Not in Cabby, though.
Yeah, I did not have anything sort.
Hold on!
Huh?
Knuckles, did you say there was cocaine in a cabinet?
Yeah.
Oh. I see.
Mike?
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
I swear I could have saw a bag of cocaine when I explored the medical room once. Maybe that bag of cocaine came from there.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm serious. I saw a bag of cocaine in the medical room.
Okay. And why didn't you tell us this early?
Because no one informed me of the bag of cocaine! Why didn't you guys tell me earlier? The investigation, I could have figured it out!
Well, sorry for not seeing you.
Guys, please don't fight. We're still at this trial. We need to figure things out now.
Amy's right. We need to keep focusing on the trial itself. Mike, can you tell who had the who was in the medical room before? No, I can't. I'm sorry. Ever since this morning, I was just trying to get the party ready for you guys to cheer you up after the motive.
Well, seems like that party eventually turned out into a death trap.
Do you have to ruin this for me?
Hold on. Wait, so... Oh, crap. I have a very good theory about this, though.
Well, then tell us, Sunkid, what are you waiting for?
Okay, don't rush me. I was just thinking, what if the killer heard the conversation that we had and then set it up this trap to sabotage one of us?
AK, they try to sabotage me, Cameron, Ketchup, Cabby, and Crystal, but she's, you know.
I don't get it.
So what you're trying to tell us, Sunkid, is that the killer heard this conversation you five had and used it to prepare everything for the party. For the killer prepared everything for the plan.
That's the best way I can think of.
That sounds like a very good evidence. Maybe we should look into that deeper.
So you're saying somebody sabotaged you at the party?
I mean, it seems like a high possibility.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Mike just stated that there was cocaine in a medical room. So how would it end up in a video game room?
Yeah, but now that I think about it, how would they even show off the cocaine while you guys were working? There would just be no way for them to get the cocaine in while you guys were planning the party. Ugh, what the? No, that's wrong! No, Knuckles. Sunkid is right. The cocaine had to have been in the party somehow. What? I mean, you said it yourself. You found the cocaine in the party room. So in the end, it would have to somehow end up in there. Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking it has to be either you, Sunkid, or Cabby or Ketchup, because you guys were planning the party. And if I remember correctly, who was the person that was walking around and trying to call everyone here to go to the party? You can blame him.
Knuckles, I thought you were trusting me.
I did say that, but now I'm starting to get the pieces together.
But, how would I plan this entire kill in the first place?
I don't know. You're random as fuck. Or if anything, you could literally perform a trap that would fit so perfectly.
Dude, in order for that kind of trap to work, I need to rely on luck. Besides, since when did I ever had a weapon that was like that size of in between a needle and a bullet?
Knuckles, please stop. I think I can confirm Sunkid's innocence. Then do it. Prove that Sunkid isn't the fucking killer. I will. Sunkid isn't the killer. And I will prove it by saying that Sunkid Sunkid isn't the only person that could have gotten the cocaine. Literally anyone could. Time for a knuckle sandwich. Ugh. Knuckles, stop. Sunkid isn't the killer. Oh yeah? Well then prove it, buddy. Why do you even think it's him in the first place? You didn't so at the beginning, so what's it now suddenly? Well, simple. There is no reason for Sunkid to just simply go into the medical room and get the cocaine. There are other people that can do it, Knuckles, and I'll prove you. Go ahead and prove it. Sunkid was the one who was sending the invites, right? What's stopping him from getting the cocaine and putting it in the cabinet and then later putting it on his own Skittles to make himself have an alibi? If you knew him that well, then you would know already that Sunkid never does anything to his candy. He literally eats that to survive since, well, according to him, he's allergic to fruits and vegetables. But why would he ever drug any source of food that he has left for him to survive? To give himself an alibi? Duh! Sunkid is a moron, and sometimes full of luck. He can come up with this shit just by using luck on his side. And besides that point, there is absolutely no way that anyone else could have gotten the Skittles while you were preparing the party. Ugh! I'll cut down your words. I'll start by saying this, Knuckles. You were right.
What?
See? Told ya! Because of the preparing for the party, no one could have
Gotten the cocaine before the party while we were working on it because everything was, looked at upon me, Crystal, Sunkid, Ketchup, and Cabby.
But did you consider thinking of what if they took the cocaine after they heard about the party?
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't think of that one, didn't you?
But it could still be Sunkid, right?
Stop blaming this on me, man!
I don't think Sunkid is the killer either. It just seems a little bit too predictable, don't you think?
What do you mean by predictable?
I mean, the cocaine would be a bit of an easy estimate because, all of our rooms were on the second floor.
Yeah, and beside that, I actually went into the medical room after Sunkid left,
And I can confirm, I did see the cocaine in that cabin because I was looking for something.
what were you looking for?
Trust me when I say this, it's nothing to do with this case, so I probably want to save it for myself.
You know that makes you even more suspicious, Sheldon.
What do you mean? Can't this turtle have some privacy?
Okay, you're right. It's nothing relevant to the case. Let's move on.
Wow. What a way to ruin it. Dirty fuck.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you Charmander / Totodile hybrid.
Why don't you just call me?
Guys, we're getting off track.
I'll get you for this end of the trial.
Okay, so now that we figured out that Sunkid cannot be the killer, and it seems like we all have a theory that the killer took the cocaine when they heard the announcement while they were going to the party. Is that true?
Well, if you guys put it that way, then yeah, I guess it's true. Nee.
Okay, cool. So we figured out that Sunkid is not the killer. Great!
But we still didn't find the actual killer. And we should get focusing on that. Okay, that's it. I had enough. Yellow? Alright, Ketchup. You're acting really
Suspicious.
How so?
Wow, someone is jumping to conclusions.
Shut up, you.
Ketchup, you were so hyper, excited, and jolly
When your last day in the game night. What happened to you now?
you've became
Husk of nothing.
You're a broken shell. What the hell happened? Are you sad about Crystal's death?
Or maybe you're just scared to admit that you are the killer.
Yellow, please don't jump to conclusions.
Huh. So you think I'm the killer?
Just because of how I'm feeling right now, huh? Listen, Ketchup, you don't need to take him lightly, or don't take him seriously, okay?
We can still find Crystal's killer. Let's just calm down and let's just get back to the case. No, I will prove him that I will find the killer.
But, yeah, that's it.
Ketchup, though, seriously, are you okay?
That's none of your business. Now then, what should we talk about next?
I don't know.
Patrick, maybe you should just leave the trial. I mean, you're serving zero purpose. Like, Monokuma, can Patrick just leave? He's not even helpful that much.
Oh no, he can't leave. All of you need to stay here until the trial is over.
That is stupid.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna stop these arguments by our next topic, the empty soap bottle.
Right, the empty soap bottle.
Yeah, that could also work.
So, what I wrote down on my file is the reasoning of a lot of potential theories of what could the empty soap bottle do in the pantry.
Great. So what does this say, Cabby?
The only theory that I came to my mind was that the empty soap bottle was taken from the bathroom and then used to wash off all the potential blood from Crystal's kill.
Wait, can you even clean blood with soap?
It's difficult, but really tough, but with a lot of effort, it can work.
I mean, that bottle did had a lot of soap in, so possibly it took them the entire bottle.
Yeah, so by that logic, we figured out now what was the use of the bottle of soap. The bottle of soap was used to clean up the mess, but didn't somehow clean up the blood from Crystal's wound.
That's really strange. Well, so now that we got that clear, now what do we talk about?
Well, from my logic, I think we should,
Oh god, don't even start.
Wait, I actually got it. How about we talk about more about Crystal's death?
Can you explain, Patrick?
I mean, maybe there's something we missed out on.
Fine, I'll give you that.
Okay, in that case, we can talk about it. But now, I need to listen carefully, because I have a feeling. What if one of the theories has been debunked by Cabby? I need to listen carefully.
I don't know. I have a feeling we missed out on something when it comes to the death.
Like what, Patrick?
Like, what if Crystal... Like, when did Crystal die?
We don't know that, Patrick.
No, I don't mean, like, time of death. I mean, like, when did Crystal die? As in, like, did it take long or short for them to die?
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense, kind of.
But how do we actually know if the death was, long or instant?
Well, I came to the theory that Crystal can hold her wound without her because she doesn't have arms. So by that logic, because she couldn't cover up her wound that was bleeding out, her death was instant. Ah!
No, that's wrong! I'm sorry, Mike, but you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Wait, but Cameron, how?
Well, Mike, it's thanks to Cabby that your theory has been debunked.
Cabby?
Yeah, sorry, Mike. But there was a lot of... Because if you look back at Crystal's body, there was blood still dripping down from the pantry staple.
What? Exactly. So the killer tried to kill Crystal, but she was still alive when she was hidden in those bottles, and her blood was still on her, and that's how it ended up on that part of the pantry.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry, Mike.
It's okay, Cabby. I understand. I mean, not everyone can be right, so yeah. Well, thanks for proving me wrong, Cameron. Thanks. I don't know if you're sarcastic, but you're welcome, I guess. Okay, hold on. How did that bottle of soap end up there?
Well, the killer took it from the bathroom.
Okay. But then I have another question. What is Ketchup doing? Who made that bottle of soap? Yeah, that would be me. Sorry. I put that there so I don't waste the other soap that was left in that other bottle. So I decided to put it in that other bottle of empty bottle of juice, so then we can have as much soap as we need, because, you know, we need to keep the apartment clean sometimes, you know? What's so funny?
Yeah, I mean, Red just wanted to take care of us, doesn't he?
Red, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for what? This is getting oddly concerning.
Like, we...
As in, thank you for exposing yourself, murderer. What? Wait, what? Huh? Ketchup, what are you talking about? Don't you guys get it? It's confirmed. Red confirmed it. The bottle of soap was put in there by Red. So who else could have taken that bottle of soap except for him? You're insane. Am I? Or are you the one who's gone little cuckoo? Oh, you son of a bitch. Aw, what's the matter, killer? Are you getting defensive because you know you've been caught? I'm not getting mad because I'm caught. I'm getting mad because you are speaking absolute nonsense.
Yeah, Red would have never killed anyone. He's been protecting his island for so long. Why would he even kill in the first place?
Maybe that's why.
Knuckles?
Maybe he just wanted to save his precious island and his precious little friends. Who knows? Knuckles, you're agreeing with him? Honestly, How can I not? The evidence shows it all. You know where the soap bottle is, so you could have easily took the cocaine when everyone was going down. You spend a lot of time there, and if I remember very, very well correctly, you left after Sunkid.
Oh.
Red, you didn't.
No, I swear, I didn't kill her. What would be my motive to kill Crystal? I just stated, the Bird Island, all your friends. But I didn't do it. Why can't you guys believe me?
Face it, Red. You've been caught.
You guys can't be serious. Red, I don't want to think so, but the evidence says it all. Well, it's time to vote. Hold on. Huh?
Wait, what?
Huh?
Oh God, my voice. Hold on. Red, it can't be the killer. I know he can't.
What?
Oh, great, you again. All right, Sunkid, I'll let you enlighten me. Give me and Ketchup and everyone here a good reason why Red isn't the killer.
Come on, Sunkid. I agree with you that Red isn't the killer. You can do it.
All right. At face value, my evidence may sound stupid, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Really? Go ahead, say it, Sunkid.
Please, I know Red is not the killer myself, because I know he would never do this. Please, Sunkid, help us.
Okay, I'll do my best. The reason Red can't be the killer, oh God, I hope I'm right, is because of the Monokuma file. Excuse me?
Monokuma file?
Sunkid, I appreciate your, act of generosity to help Red out, but how would the Monokuma file help? Yeah, you're just wasting your precious time. Hold on. No, I can back him up for this. Remember what we said in the Monokuma file. It stated BDA, which we still don't know what that means. But it had my name, Sunkid's, and Red's name. So it must mean something.
The BDA? Burger... Drake... Apples?
Patrick, just shut up. Wait, but what does BDA mean?
Monokuma. Can you answer that?
Yes, I can. I actually can't answer that one. I'll roll it. And what does it say? Basically, BDA stands for Body Discovery Announcement. You see, when 3 people discover the body, the announcement will play. And the best part about it is that the body discovery announcement plays when 3 innocent people found the body. Wait, so I was right? Red is innocent? Yeah, because of the BDA, me, Sunkid, and Red found the body, so us 3 are innocent. That's just stupid. There's no way you can prove that Red is innocent just by that. I mean, Monokuma said it. Who cares what Monokuma said? We can't even trust him. I still think Red did it. Ketchup, get your hook off me for crying out loud. I didn't do it. Besides, there would be no reason for me to do it. Oh, and not to mention, I don't even have a weapon that can prove that of my own that can kill Crystal.
Exactly, so it's not Red.
I don't know. It's just, Ketchup's theory is just way too true. And even if Red doesn't have a weapon for it, he could just use his beak. Excuse me?
Oh no, seems like all of us just can't decide who's right and wrong.
Seems like you guys are in a very split decision.
Wait, did someone say banana split?
No, you dumbass. I said just split. Which means it's time for the next part of this trial. The Scrum debate!
Yay!
The Scrum debate?
What the hell is that?
Simple. Since you guys are splitted into 2 decisions you can't figure out yourself, you're gonna have to duke it out, not with fists, with your words. And good explanations. To decide which side is correct. You explained that in the dumbest way ever. Here's my example. One team will be Team Red is not the killer, and the other team will be Red is the killer. And then you have to give people your good evidence of how can Red be the killer, how Red cannot be the killer. And whichever is the most convincing one of the couch find, that team wins. So anyways, let's get into it, roommates. Woohoo!
So in this Scrum debate thing, we can prove that Red isn't the killer.
Yeah, let's do this thing.
I'm counting on you guys.
If you guys know that I'm not the killer, then help me out, please. We'll do our best. But for now, I have one goal in mind. I want to avenge Crystal. But there is one thing for sure that now isn't more important. We have to make sure that Red is known as innocent. The evidence proves that Red's the killer, so let's get to the voting. Mike! We can't vote yet. We haven't fully investigated this thing yet.
Do we need to though? I mean, Ketchup put up a good point.
Cabby!
He did, but we should probably talk about this further before we get fully vote.
But does the canary have an alibi? Amy!
He does. He was with me when Sunkid brought the letter. But didn't Knuckles said that Red left after Sunkid?
Red! Yeah, I left after Sunkid, but so did Amy. How would I start my kill plan after I left with Amy? We went into the same room. Red could have easily killed Crystal by using his beak. Agumon.
Did you not even hear about the fact that the bullet wound was not even the size of a bullet? If the wound wasn't big enough for a bullet, then a beak would definitely not even fit.
But what about the bottle of soap? Does that prove anything? I got this! Anyone could have taken the bottle of soap, not just Red. Just because Red put the bottle there, that doesn't mean he's the only one that knew about it.
3, 2, 1.
This is our answer! And there you have it! The correct answer was that Red is not the culprit! Boop, 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 boop. Now back to the trial. See guys, we told you. We have good evidence that we proved that Red is not the killer, and Monokuma also confirmed that the Monokuma file proves that Red's innocent. So, let's leave Red off the hook. Fine.
Thanks, guys. Now then, should we get back to the case then? Well, duh. What else were we gonna do?
Try to take a break and drink some tea.
I'll do that. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just, I'm getting a little stressed from this trial, so I just want to get it done with as quick as possible.
Listen, Sheldon, I'm as stressed as you are, but we need to slow down. We can't just immediately jump to conclusions and wrap this up quickly. We could mess something up.
Agumon is right. We need to actually focus a little more. So, if you can you please be a little more patient?
I mean, my life is on the line, so I guess I have to. Alright, so now that we finished with clearing Red out, so we can now confirm that Cameron, and Red are clear because of the Monokuma file. Yeah, but then there's one more problem. What? Even though you three are safe, some of us still aren't. Out of us 15, 12 of us are still not clear. Don't worry, I'm planning to get you guys. What? I'll clear you guys as soon as I can, but for now, I need to know a few other things before I get to that point.
Okay, so why do you need to know, Cameron?
Yeah, I'll help you out as much as I can, Cameron. You saved me. You saved us. So, I want to help you out as much as I can.
Yeah, I want to help you out too.
Thank you. Because that's just when I needed you, Red. What's it for? The vents. Do you want to explain that?
What vents?
Oh, right. The vents. I mean, maybe I could include it, but I don't know if it will be anything relevant to the case itself. Red, I think anything can be relative to the case, so you can mention it. We're not gonna judge you if you don't want to, but please, we need as much info as we can get. So, what do you know about the vents?
Okay, so this is what Red knows. So I thought of an idea that Red should probably go check in the vents, just in case if the killer threw something in the vent. But instead of finding anything that was like thrown in there, he discovered something about them, right, darling?
Yeah, I found out that the vents are completely random. Can you explain it a little bit? Like, when I found those vents, we were still in the game room.
Wait, Red, before you go, is it okay if I write that down? It could help us out.
Yeah, sure. Go right ahead, Cabby. We're gonna need that. Alright, Red, start explaining. Alright, so, when I went into the vent in the gaming room, I realized it was going to the medical room, which it makes no sense because the vent started by going down, but then it suddenly went up somehow? I don't know. Then I tried to use the vent from our bedrooms, and it was going to the kitchen.
All right, I wrote it down.
What's up?
I wrote down the locations of every single vent that you just mentioned. Now, all we need to do is to find... Did you find a vent that leads to the pantry?
No, I didn't. Why?
Because if we find the vent to the pantry, we'll figure out where the killer, if the killer used the vents, we can figure out that where were they before they got to the pantry and killed Crystal?
So the killer used the vents. Sounds familiar. Yeah, sounds like something an imposter would do. But I don't see any imposters here except for maybe all of you. What? Like, come on, guys. You guys don't wear, like, astronaut suits? You guys are totally imposters. Look who's talking. The guy, aka Mr. Guy with the yellow hat. If you're trying to reference Curious George, you're failing. Whatever, Banana Man. How is that an insult?
Let's move on. Continue, Red.
Well, I don't think I can continue any further. I just explored those two vents. I'm sorry, Cabby. I wish I could have investigated more for this.
Hey, it's okay. We'll just figure out where the vent to pantry would lead to.
So, we just have to guess? I don't think we need to guess. More so, I think we just need to try to, I don't think we need to guess it. We actually need to figure it out.
But how are we gonna figure it out?
Isn't it obvious? We try to look a bit more deeper into this case.
Wow, what a great way to prove your point.
As if you can do any better. You started accusing me for no reason.
But even after all of this, I still think that there is one thing that it's really slowing us down.
Wait, where did this come from?
Wait, what's slowing us down?
I mean, look how far we've got. We found the murder weapon, we cleared out 3 people, but there's still one thing we didn't find out yet. The time of Crystal's death.
Oh, right. Crystal's death was... The time of death was unknown.
Yep, and we still don't know when she actually died. And we don't have anything to prove that we can find a time of death.
Yeah, I agree with him. We still don't know the time of death, and we don't really have anything to go for. But actually, maybe there's something that can help us know when Crystal actually died.
We still don't know the time of Crystal's death. How are we gonna solve this case without knowing when she died?
Surely there has to be some way that we can prove that where's the time of death.
Well, one thing's for sure. We know it's at night, so we don't need to know if it was this morning. But that still doesn't help us. When did she specifically die? We're still kind of stuck in a loop. I may have a small idea. What if we can figure out the time of death by using the time order of everyone who left in the party? I agree with that. Sunkid, you're right. Wait, I am? Wait, Sunkid is right. What?
So, how are we gonna figure out the time of death?
Yeah, Sunkid, you said that we can try to figure out the time of death by the order of everyone who left after the party. Yeah, we can. So, I guess we can go with that? I don't know. Will this actually help us? We can give it a try. So, let's all be very honest and informative. When did each of you leave the party?
Well, you don't need to include me or you, Karen, because we left first.
Yeah, so that can already confirm something. I think Agumon is the first one innocent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he left way too early he left way too early. And I did see him go to his room. But how would that prove him innocent? You already Red already established that the vent from our bedrooms go to our kitchen.
You seriously think I would wait that long for whenever Crystal left for me to kill her?
Agumon's right, and besides, he doesn't even have a weapon for it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can already breathe fire. And use my claws, and my claws are massively bigger than that bullet wound. And my teeth are also pretty, bigger than the bullet wound, so don't even think about thinking it's my teeth.
Fine. So Agumon is clear. But who's the next one safe? Well, we can already tell that Sunkid left after me, and then Red and Amy followed after. Yeah, and if I can recall, by that time it was like 12:18, I think?
Yeah, I think it was 12:18 too.
And then I left after. But now for the rest. Who left after Knuckles? No one's gonna speak up? I mean, why would they? It would just make them feel suspicious because no one else figured out anything after. Can we just vote for this stupid red Yoshi and we can get this done with? Yellow, hold on. Alright, if no one's gonna talk, I know one person that can help me out. Lolbit?
Me?
You said you were the last person to leave the party room. Could you help me out, please?
But what if you think I'm the killer when I'm not?
Lolbit, I know you're not the killer. You're the last one to leave, and I'm pretty sure that you don't have anything to use to kill, Crystal. So, could you please help me?
Okay, fine. Alright, so after Knuckles left, Patrick left.
Patrick? Alright, fine. I'll confirm too. I left with him and Sunflower because Sunflower wanted to go to bed, and Patrick, I had to carry Patrick. And I'm never doing that again.
Yeah, I'm sorry to have to make you do that, Sheldon.
It's fine. Just don't make me do it again. Alright, so Sheldon, when you left, what time was it for you? Well, it was like midnight, like 12:23. Which I'm still surprised that Sunflower actually managed to stay up that much.
I just had some fun and then I got tired. After Sheldon left, I left.
And then I left, like, I'd say 3 minutes after Cabby. I left after Mike, but it was like 10 minutes. It was like 10 minutes ago.
I left after Crystal. So, yeah. But it was actually kind of long. It was like, I don't know, 1:20... No, it was like, 1:15, sorry.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Charles, but, a little bit, since Crystal isn't here, unfortunately, could you tell me, when did she leave?
Funny you ask. Crystal left after Yellow, but it was like 20 minutes after Yellow left. So yeah, me.
Yeah, and I left at mid 12:34. Why do you ask?
Nothing. When did you leave, Ketchup?
I left after Chalice. I left like 2 minutes after her. I left because I was helping a little bit out, and then I decided to leave after.
Right.
And then I left in 1:40. So, yeah.
Alright. So by that logic,
That must mean that Crystal must have died at that point somehow.
seems like you're getting confused as well.
How did that even help you?
It did, somewhat. I just need to figure things out more.
So by the logic of what I've gathered from all of your time information, I can only confirm some people safe. Lolbit and Ketchup are clear. I think they left a little too late before Crystal's potential death.
I can also clear Knuckles,
Patrick, Sheldon, and Sunflower. They were way too early in the whole thing before the entire death. So that means the only potential killers of Crystal could only be
Chalice, Yellow, Cabby, or Mike.
Whoa! Hey, chill! I'm not the killer, alright?
Chalice. I didn't say you were the killer. I was saying that you were one of the suspects.
I still didn't do it!
We still don't know yet, Chalice. Just give me some time to think.
Where could I go from this?
I've explored everything I possibly could. Am I stuck on a dead end? Is there nothing I can do? Come on, Cameron. Everyone's life is at stake. You have to do something.
Cameron. Huh? Cameron, let me help you.
Sunkid?
I know who did it.
You do? Excuse me. Sunkid? Figure it out. Who's the killer? How?
Knuckles, you don't judge me by my cover, alright? I know I'm this silly comic relief character, but I'm not always that. So, let me do this, please.
Right, as if you're gonna get this.
This figured out.
Let him cook.
Can we stop making that joke?
Cameron, I know who did it.
You sure?
I'm honest to God. I'll help you to figure out who did it for Crystal.
Alright then, tell me who did it. I know in basic logic this wouldn't make sense, but I'll try to give you some proper evidence, alright? Okay, just trust me on this one, alright? Right.
You can trust me, right? Yeah. I can trust you, buddy. That's all I need to know.
Alright. Sorry, Monokuma, if I broke any rules by leaving my seat. Leaving your seat is not allowed normally, but I mean, since you didn't really try to escape the trial, I guess I can give you a pass. Alright, thank you. Alright, so Sunkid gave me a good hint on who the killer could be. And now I'm gonna trust him that they are the ones who did it.
Huh. Really? You're gonna put your entire fate on him? He's my best friend here. I have to trust him. Because I want to trust him. Not because I have to, but I want to.
So I won't let him try to disappoint me. The killer of Crystal could potentially be
It can only be you.
I'll take Sunkid's chances and say that the killer of Crystal is Yellow, the ultimate crewmate.
Excuse me? Wow. That one's a no-brainer.
Wait, Yellow? Wait.
What? No! You guys can't really trust this stupid guy, can you? Alright, so Sunkid, could you give us evidence of why do you think Yellow is the killer?
Indeed I can. So, Yellow, so you know something about those imposters, right?
Well, yeah, I know about the imposters, but what does it have to do with me?
So you know that imposters can use vents, right? And I'm pretty sure that you, use those vents to basically, travel around this area, and you could have potentially figured out every other, area, and then you could have killed Crystal.
What the fuck are you on? Are you on some... Are those Skittles still affecting your goddamn brain?
Sunkid, is there anything else you could prove here?
Yes, I actually know what was the murder weapon.
Seriously, this kid is getting me annoying with how smart he is now. What the fuck? Alright, Sunkid, amuse us. What was the murder weapon that Yellow used if he is really the killer?
Yeah, give me one good reason or I'm gonna beat the crap out of you.
He used his tongue. Oh, you think I'm joking? Well, I know something about Among Us, and I know very well that imposters sometimes use their tongues to stab through their enemies.
But why do you think I did it?
I mean, I just said the reason.
No, not that! I'm asking, why do you think I am the imposter when you clearly know that I'm not?
Sunkid, I'm going to put my trust on you, alright?
Yeah, thank you.
Alright. So, Yellow, do you have anything to counter this counterpoint?
Well, yes, of course I do. This guy is saying nothing but a bunch of BS. Not only that all the evidence that he points are super circumstantial, but it doesn't also prove to me.
Well, I need you to prove more than just say it's not me, because that is not going to help.
Your logic is suspicious. So, you think it's me, huh? And why? All because some gremlin taught you? Yellow, the evidence that Sunkid gave me could work. Yeah, emphasis on could, but it doesn't work because that it doesn't directly relate to me. Alright then, start hitting me with good evidence of why do you think it isn't you. Oh, my pleasure. The evidence you mentioned from Sunkid do not add up. Plus, you can't really fully trust him. Sure, he's innocent because of the Monokuma file, but that doesn't mean that he's right about this. What is there that you can possibly agree with Sunkid on? Why do you think it's me? Well, I think it's you because you were one of the suspects that I was having suspicions on, with Chalice, Cabby, and Mike, because of how earlier you four were when Crystal left. Okay, sure. Crystal left after me. But by 20 minutes! Did you hear what Logan said? By 20 minutes! Now answer me this wisely, wise guy. What could I have possibly done throughout these 20 minutes waiting for Crystal to arrive at the pantry? If you can't answer that, then there's no evidence to prove that I did anything related to this case. I'll cut down your words. Yellow, there was something that you were doing for the past 20 minutes when you were waiting for Crystal. What? What was I possibly doing? With this one, Red actually managed to help me out. How so? Red said that the vents in this house are completely random. So, what if you took those 20 minutes and used them to practice and to figure out where each vent goes? What? But how would that make sense? So, Yellow, if he is a killer, basically took 20 minutes to practice the vents?
Yes, he took that amount of time to practice the vents, so that way he doesn't ruin his idea.
And now that we think about it, there was actually one more piece of evidence that maybe can lead us to Yellow being the killer because of something I just figured out.
How so, Mike?
if we get back to the vents, for example, Red said that the vent to the bedrooms go to the kitchen, and then the game room goes to the medical room. So by the process of elimination, that only leaves 2 rooms left. The empty room on next to the game room and the bathroom. And if the bathroom is connected to the pantry,
Then that means
Plankton sold the formula!
What? No, dumbass! It means that the killer took the bottle of soap from the bathroom and went to the pantry with it by the vent.
and the best part about it is that because he was in the vents, no one was able to see him.
Bastard.
Sheldon, I don't feel comfortable next to him.
Yeah, stay away from me, murderer.
What? But okay, dumbasses, you guys are actually falling for this. But why do you think it's me? Why out of anybody is me? I mean, look at Red. Red can fit in the vent. Who says that anyone else could have entered the goddamn vent?
I can't fit in that vent. It's way too small for me.
Okay, well, what about Mike? Look at his side. He's really small. Okay, buddy, I get what you're trying to say, but by your logic, if I entered a vent, I would actually be easily caught, because I have this weird feeling in me that I'm also kind of comedic, which is not really like real me, but usually just makes me fall in cartoon slapstick. Oh, I feel your pain.
And answer me honestly, y'all. How would you expect me to fit in the vent? I barely can even get inside. No, I actually can't even get inside in the first place.
So, Yellow, do you have any more counters for that? You guys are so stupid. You guys are so stupid. It isn't me.
Listen, bro, it isn't me excuse is not gonna help you. If you don't give good evidence, then you're just gonna fucking make things worse, and then we'll vote for you as faster as you expect.
Well, I didn't do it because I'm not an imposter. I'm a crewmate. I'm the ultimate crewmate, for crying out loud. He's still fighting. Pathetic. What do we do, Cameron? He doesn't want to be convinced, so I'll play his game. Cameron? Yellow, I'll prove you that you are the killer, even if you say that you're not. Because with all the evidence that we have, it has to be only you. You guys are actually sick in the head. It isn't me. I didn't kill Crystal. I didn't kill her because, again, I am not an imposter!
Let's get this over with. I'm ready to help.
You're the one in the wrong, and I will prove you. Well then, good luck. I didn't do it! How was I supposed to know of the vents? There's no real backing evidence. You're playing stupid with me. How was I supposed to know that there's a vent in this area? Go!
Yeah, you could have figured out that the vent was there in between that closet.
Sunkid Skittles were on that cabinet that you drugged. So the evidence is that you could have saw it when you were drugging Sunkid Skittles.
That doesn't prove much.
Are you serious?
This is dumb. That's impossible. You're out of your mind. Unbelievable.
Out of anyone, what is the proof that I'm the killer in this case? Here I go. You use your tongue from your inside your suit. That was the weapon you used to kill Crystal. Ha! Yeah! All right, that's it. I've had enough. Stop accusing me. You're speaking nonsense. I'm not the killer. Because I'm not the imposter. Why out of any single evidence does the tongue have to prove that I did it?
Leave this to me. Because Crystal's wound is way too small for any kind of weapon. So the only possible inclusion is that it has to be by you.
All of you are wrong. I'm not the killer because I am not the imposter! It ends here! What the? No! You know, you talk heavy game, but there's always one thing that you will mess up. You know, Yellow, you being the ultimate crewmate does make sense, but have you ever wondered and thought, what if we thought that you lied about your talent? Excuse me? Ooh. Yeah, so the reason I think you're the killer, the final point of evidence that I could possibly point out that you're the killer, outside of anything else that could have proven that you're the killer, is that you lied about your talent. You're not the ultimate crewmate. You're the ultimate imposter.
So, what, are you giving up? Can we finally vote?
No! No, we can't vote! You guys don't even know anything about it. Like, who else can possibly point out that I did it? Does anyone even know what even happened throughout the entire case? Can you even prove that any of this was my work, huh? Can you? Well, God, he's so annoying.
You know, for once in this trial, I agree with you.
Though Yellow is right. Most of us don't even know what even happened throughout the entire case. Actually, I might have an idea of how everything went out. If you do, Cameron, then please tell us. We would love to hear it. Alright, I'll do my best. This is the truth of the case! To explain it easier, we must go back to the beginning. This case started with the motive videos, Monokuma's first attempt of trying to convince us to murder. And for sure enough, for a short time, it seemed like it worked. All of our friends, all of our loved ones, all of our homes in shambles. Everyone was scared of what they just saw, especially possibly the killer themselves. After a bit of panicking, Tabby decided that we should all just take a break. And that's what we did. We separated in our own ways and tried our best to get our mind out of it. But one thing that none of us know is that the killer didn't want to actually try to forget about it. What the killer wanted was not to try to settle this with patience. He wanted to get out of here as soon as possible, but he had no idea what to do. That is until the culprit heard a conversation. What he heard was a conversation of Ketchup and Cabby. He heard they are planning to do a video game night for everyone to cheer up. And this is where the killer finally got his idea. And so the killer waited and waited and waited until Sunkid arrived onto his dorm and told him everything about the game night. The killer agreed to join the party, which made Sunkid pretty happy as he went back to calling for the others. And the killer was also happy, but not in the way Sunkid was. Later after that, the killer went into the medical room, he opened the cabinet, and found something that he could use for this case. A bag of cocaine. Okay, I want to quickly stop this video real quick. I'm sorry for pausing the video, but I just want to clarify real quick. This is not actually cocaine or any kind of drug. This is sugar. I swear. This is just sugar. I don't do drugs. I never do drugs. I hate drugs to begin with in the first place. And it's just something that I just put there because of the convenience of the video. Do not think of any... I know this looks suspicious, but trust me, this is sugar, not cocaine. Please do not demonetize me. Don't call me out. This is just sugar. Anyways, back to the video. So the killer took the bag of cocaine and hid it somewhere in their pockets and prepared it for their next plan. And so the video game night has officially started. But the culprit's plan did not start just yet. They were preparing for the right moment to settle in their next plan. And that plan kicked in when I went against Sheldon next in that race game. Now, if I can assume, this is where Sunkid decided to place his Skittles on the top of this shelf over here and went to check me out play the game. I'll break the fourth wall and quickly say, yes, I did that. Sorry, Cameron, can continue. Thank you, Sunkid. Now, as obvious, the killer decided to stay in the back. But then, he got the idea as soon as he saw the Skittles Sunkid left on the desk. And so, without anybody looking, the killer finally decided to use that cocaine they took. They took the bag, they got closer, and they poured the cocaine inside Sunkid's Skittles. He then shook it up a bit to mix it up, and was ready to get back to the others, but then he saw something. He took a look in there, and found that there was a vent in there. But they didn't want to get their blow covered, so what they did was forget about it for now and hid the cocaine inside the wardrobe, making sure that nobody found it until the case was clear. During the game night, people left in this specific order. Agumon left first, I left after, Sunkid left after, followed up by Red and Amy, Knuckles, Patrick, Sunflower, and Sheldon, Cabby and Mike also left after. And this is where the culprit finally decided that they will take their leave. But they didn't really go to their rooms. Instead, they decided to check up on something. The culprit went to the bathroom and looked everywhere until he found another vent. For a couple of minutes, the culprit was testing the vents to know which vent was going to where. At first, he was pretty confused of the vents, but he started to get used to it. But during his adventure, he went to the medical room. But as he was about to leave, he heard something in outside. The killer hid behind the medical room's bed and peeked up a little bit to see what was it. It was Sunkid. He was really wasted from all the cocaine that was consumed in his system that ultimately took him to the medical room. Those hallucinations causing Sunkid to crash into the bed and faint in the medical room. As the culprit saw Sunkid fall unconscious, he felt like he was in the clear, considering that he hasn't spotted him yet. So the killer went back to testing the vents. And later, after exploring every single location, the killer finally decided their place where they're going to kill their victim, in the pantry. Because it seemed like there would be no way that they can escape, because the place was crowded. So they started preparing for their plan. They returned back from the pantry to the bathroom and found some bottles of soap that he could use. And out of sheer coincidence, they took the bottle of soap that Red placed in there. And so they went back to the pantry, and now all they had to do is to wait. Meanwhile, Crystal was getting tired of the party, so she decided to leave. They heard it.
They sensed Crystal arriving, so they decided to cause a distraction. The culprit did anything in the pantry, making any noise that it would attract her. Which it did. She heard it, and she got closer. And then she made the final mistake, big mistake of her life, opening the door. Crystal went inside to check what's going on, but then the culprit cornered her. She was now trapped, and now she was about to die, but not by a weapon, by a body part. And so the culprit extended their tongue and stabbed her through the chest. Crystal's wound became bigger, and she tried to cover it, but she was too far out of reach. And after losing a lot of blood, she passed out. And then sooner or later after that, she died. At least that's what the killer thought, but she hasn't died yet, she just passed out. So the killer, thinking she's completely dead, they decided that they will clean the mess. They took Crystal's body and put it up into the pantry's shelf. They hid her body in between the bottles. So that way, it would be really difficult to find her in the first sight if you try to step in. But ultimately, they kept going with their job. They took the bottle of soap and poured it everywhere. And after cleaning off the blood with a lot of soap, the job was complete. And just like that, their entire mission was complete. They killed somebody, and they were preparing to finish it off. But instead of getting the bottle of soap back to where it actually was, they decided to put it in the pantry for some reason. Now, their biggest problem at first was getting out of there, because there were still a few people out there that could have seen him, but he had his own way out. They jumped back into the vent and repeated the cycle until he ended up back into his bedroom, where the culprit just went back to sleep and pretended that nothing happened the very next day. And that was the truth of the case. And after all of this, who did kill Crystal in the end? It had to have been him. It was you, wasn't it? The only one that could have planned this entire crime was you, wasn't it? Yellow, the ultimate crewmate. Or should I say, the ultimate imposter. And that's it. This is how Crystal's death was done. So Yellow, am I right or am I right? No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Do you want to switch seats just for this once?
Please do.
Hey, it's okay, I got you.
I think we heard enough.
Yeah, I think we can wrap this case up. Well, Monochroma, time to cast the votes. No, don't!
Oogly-doogly-doo. All right, everyone, it's time to vote. Right next to you, you will see your little voting templates. Vote on whoever you think is the killer. Oh, and before you vote, make triple sure that you vote for the correct person. You don't want to be executed for making a stupid mistake, right? Now then, it's time to see if you got the right choice or the wrong choice. Boop, 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 boop. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Woohoo! And your choice was correct! The Blacken behind Crystal, the ultimate swimmer, is Yellow, the ultimate crewmate! Or, now titled, the ultimate imposter. Hoop boop 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 boop.
You dumbass! What the hell got into you?
Yeah, why did you kill Crystal?
You better start talking now!
Very well then. I guess I'll start explaining.
Start talking now!
You know, the more you shout at me, the less I will give you.
So you're asking for a death wish, huh?
Cameron, please.
Sunkid, please don't. I need him to answer.
I know you're sad about Crystal's death, but he won't answer anything if you keep yelling.
See? Even your friend gets it. Come on. Just let him explain. And you, start talking.
Well, isn't it already obvious?
I am the imposter, and there's nothing else you can say about it.
His voice changed? I mean, he wasn't really a crewmate, so his voice was probably fake. Shit. So why did you then do it?
Well, if it isn't obvious enough, I'm the imposter. That's my usual goal, to kill people. It's to, you know, ruin the society of Plushy City, so then us imposters can rise.
You know, this got a little boring. You know, I actually thought you were not the killer for once. I was thinking, hey, maybe you actually wouldn't be as predictable, but of course you did. Oh, Monokuma. You think I actually killed because of an imposter role?
No. I didn't kill because I wanted to get out of here or try to do the role of imposters. I killed to prove how much of a moron you are.
Huh? I don't get it.
What the hell are you talking about? Mono fucking Kuma. You thought that you were gonna tell me what to do? You thought you could threaten me with a killing game.
Don't you realize it, Monokuma? Us imposters will be brand new gods of this world, and we will show you that we have more power than you ever will.
You can threaten me with anything. You can threaten me with absolutely anything you could pull off, but you won't stand fear to us imposters.
Well, I could punish you. Maybe that could send a chill down your spine. Which is exactly what is gonna happen now. Now then, students, I prepared a very special punishment for Yellow, the ultimate imposter. Hold on, Monokuma. Are you punishing them with the same thing how you were gonna punish Knuckles? Wowee, Mike, you're right on the money. That's right, everyone. The special punishment is an execution. Oh shit. So if one of us then killed, then that means we would have been. It's fine. He's gonna get executed. So, guys, why don't we get it started? Let's give it. Oh, what now? Nice threat, Monokuma, but it won't work on me. Really? Didn't you hear what I said just now? We imposters are immortal. We survived plenty of shit. Thrown into outer space, tossed millions of miles high off buildings and airships, and most importantly, we survived being set on fire and into lava. No matter what you throw at me, I will survive because us imposters will always live on. Ah, I see. So you're asking for a challenge? Yep. Let's see if you could kill us. All right then. In that case, challenge accepted. Now then, everybody, I prepared a super extra special punishment for Yellow, the ultimate imposter. Mark my words to all of you. When you all get out of here eventually, and when you thought you will be safe, us imposters will come back. We will rise, and we will dominate this world and claim it as our own. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time! Woo! First execution of the season, and I already love it! Oh, and I guess you can say that he was an imposter, and the crewmates won. So those are the executions we're gonna be dealing with. Oh, God.
Is it over?
Yes, it's over, Sunflower. It's finished. He's gone. What kind of execution is that? Hold on, what were you expecting? We expected you to, I don't know, just shoot him in the forehead? Well, sucks to be you then, because you won't get any lucky, just one quick kill. Nah, I wanna have fun with my executions. Whatever, can we please go now? I don't wanna be here anymore. Seems like we have the same feeling. Alright, you guys can leave. I mean, you guys finished the trial, so yeah, you guys don't need to be here anymore. I'm gonna go play Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Just like that, our first trial has ended. And now I know what kind of messed up, problematic place we're in right now. We're in a place where anyone can die. And the killers could end up being executed. What will this fate bring to me then? Will I die as a victim? Will I die as a killer? Or will I survive somehow? I did it. I finally did it. I avenged Crystal, yet I still feel so empty. But I understand why. Crystal was my best friend. I knew her from she used to live where I was. And to see her die like this just didn't feel right. She didn't deserve any of this. Yet I feel like I'm sort of responsible for what happened. I know this isn't my fault, but I just feel like it is. I should have been there to protect her. I should have... Can you stop? What?
Sheldon, please stop!
What's going on? Huh? Seriously, you have not been acting like yourself for a while. What's going on? I understand if that death caused you to feel something really bad, Ketchup. We understand. But it's over. The killer is gone. You don't need to feel like this anymore. You think I feel like this because of the death of what happened?
Sheldon, are you okay?
Yeah, but now I can't get up. I'm stuck on my shell.
Oh my god.
What the hell, dude? You seriously were not like that. Even I will know. You used to care like yesterday. What the hell happened?
Let's just say, I guess you can say that I'm revealed my true colors.
Your true colors? Wait, so that same Ketchup that I talked to when you told me to prepare for the party, was it fluke?
What can I say? I'm guilty as charged. I'm a lying, sneaky, manipulative little shit. And that's what I'll always be. What the fuck? Why don't you guys see it? This is a killing game. It was only a matter of time when the killer was going to kill. And it was only a matter of time for me to show my true colors.
But why? We can all just get along, can we?
You know, Sunflower, I wish I was ignorant as you. Actually, no, I don't want to feel ignorant, because I'm already happy of who I am. Just you wait when I get up. Just you wait, I'm gonna beat your ass! Whatever, I'm going into my room. It was fun trolling all of you. Ketchup! Just basic, Cameron. The entire party was already a mistake. And I'm just going to accept it. Because I started the killing game. So don't find it surprising if the next few days someone else dies. I know it will happen. It's only a matter of time. Crack. That was not ketchup. I know it isn't. That has to be something different. He would never act like this, right?
You need help, Sheldon?
Please do.
Okay.
Sheldon,
It's okay. I'm okay.
don't do that again.
I'll try.
Okay, let's go to bed. I'm tired.
Alright, let's go.
Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess.
Everyone started going to their own bedrooms, one by one. And when everyone was gone, I was all alone. Except for somebody here.
Cameron? Is everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine. Hey, thanks for helping me out solve this case.
No problem, buddy. That's what friends do. You're my friend, right?
Of course we are. It's just, I feel so empty. It's like, Crystal, I knew her way more than I did you. And even after solving this case, I still feel like I haven't won. Because she's not coming back. She's never gonna come back. I will never see her again. I will only see her either in my dreams or in my memories. And I don't know if I can do this.
Cameron, listen to me.
Huh?
I know you normally don't take any advice from 4-year-olds like me, but I've kind of been in the same situation like you did.
What?
I've lost someone so dear and valuable to me. They were everything to me. I loved them so much. They were a very good friend. And then I lost them.
How?
She died from a disease, but I don't want to talk about it. Look, I just want you to know that I'm here for you. Even though I would consider you as my friend and only my friend, I would consider you as my best friend. Because you gave me a chance. You showed me that I don't need to be funny to show that for people to care for me. Not to mention that, again, I've been in the same situation, and deep down, the reason I kept going was because I knew that that's what they wanted me to do. So I'm pretty sure Crystal and I would feel the same thing.
What is that?
To keep on going. To help us find the exit and get out of this killing game. And if it needs to, I'll help you too.
Sunkid, it's just that I don't know if I can do this. I mean, sure, we passed the first trial, but I don't know if we'll be lucky if there would be another one, and then another one, and then another one. But I might try to get us out of here, sure, but what if there's another kill, another murder? What if there's another trial? I can't do this.
You can. And you know why? Because you have us on your side. You know, me and everyone else. They are more eager to survive just like us, you and me. So know that we will get through this. And if there is another murder, we will get through it.
You really have some great things to say, don't you?
I learned from the best.
Thanks, Sunkid. That means a lot to me.
No problem.
Want a hug? You know what? It will be welcomed. Thank you, Sunkid. Thank you.
Don't thank me yet.
We still need to find a way out of this. So what do you say? Should we stop crying and beating ourselves up and then find a way out and then beat up Monokuma instead? You bet. Alright, I'm just gonna go to bed now. Alright. See ya, Cameron. Take care. Take care too, Sunkid. Take care. Well, it's over. The trial is finally done. And I found my confidence to keep going. All now I have to do is keep going forward. I know that's what Sunkid would want. I may not know how to get out of this killing game yet, but Sunkid gave me the courage to keep going. And someday, maybe one day, I'll find a way to get out of this mess before things get way more worse.
Danganronpa